kids like judo. Money come around like a Hoover. Making free bands in the future. Pockets on the look super. Bills on me blue slot Cooper.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Minnesota Vikings and the Los Angeles Rams. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This one taken from the 7th. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Chester. Merlin. Super. Go, 12, go. Super.
On 2nd down, here's Goff to the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And an alley to run. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Super 66. Average ball. 17.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hey, lift.
Now a draw as Goff gives to Gurley. Breaks a tackle. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball out of the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
Now a first down throw, gone. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Goff. And his pass incomplete. Gerald Everett is tight end, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. That's going to be an intriguing matchup to continue to watch. You don't get in the playoffs without having a good guy to cover out wide. If they want to move on, get in the championship, then the Super Bowl, he's going to have to be big in this one.
And this is not basketball where you're worried about your star getting fouls and getting in trouble and maybe not playing as much. You take your number one guy, put it on their number one guy, and try and limit their offense.
Back to the ground game here. Gurley. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. From the gun, here's Goff. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal.
76, tell him. 76. 76.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. As his guys are in for 6. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Second down, Cousins. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Cousins. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Fielded at about the 28. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. Room here to run. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Super one.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Back live now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the... Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go. It's Gurley. Runs through the contact. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Goff on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he gets it down to the 32. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll try the air now with Goff. Throw left side, complete to Cup. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Gerald Everett, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Rams add on to their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Hey, 382, let's 50.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
We're going. Let's go.
On second down, Cook. And some room to maneuver. He's got daylight. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. 68 yards. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Goff will lead the Rams up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To throw is gone. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, gone. And this one brought in by Gathers. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Goff now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Yes, sir. Al, look up.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Todd Gurley standing by as lonesome in the backfield here. 2nd and goal.
Ric Flair. 4 down.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Rams add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And an alley to run. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45. So that will push him back.
And now we know why he had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back. That penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Come on out. Hey, 5. Let's go. Big series right here. You got to step it up. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Cut.
So you want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. 2nd half action back underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Cousins. And an alley to run. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, we're good, we're good, we're good.
Third and short yardage. Cousins firing quickly here, and that's complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That's a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
First down, here's the run with Cook. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Yellow, 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 yellow.
They run it again with Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. On 3rd down, Cousins. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Vikings have made this now a one-score game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Carlson now to kick this one away. Returnable here for Davis. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go. Dula.
We got 3. We
Five.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. He'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Merlin.
Out of the gun. Goff. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Gone. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. They're going to go for it. It's Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. There he goes left side. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Returnable here for Davis. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. In search of redemption from the pick six. Goff. Eluding the pressure right. Pass incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. On 2nd and 10, Goff. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for L.A. 46 yards.
Hey, 76. 76. 76. Hey, 5.
On first down, it's gone. Flush to his right. That's going to be caught. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt. And so far, it's working for both of them.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Goff going to keep it himself. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Jared Goff saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Rams have broken our tie as they take the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Over the middle, complete. It's Doyle. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Cousins. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, Cousins. And the Rams got it. They bring him down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Everyone's got 4 down.
20.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Listen to me. Go.
Following the interception, Cousins rolling to his right. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it's a second down. From the gun, here's Cousins. Left side caught by Diggs. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. They'll run for it with Cook. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On second and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone.
Yellow, ready, in there, yellow. Yellow. Jahan, ready! We're going, let's go! Okay, we're good!
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They pitch it out to Cook. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down.
Spurs.
Running for it. Here's Cook. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. Cook turned away on 4th and goal. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, Do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. On the handoff, it's Gurley. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Hey, 5. Let's go, 12. Let's go.
Goff going to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. 51 yards. So forget about any talk of possible safeties. Here's 1st and 10, clear on the other side of the field. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And they'll indeed take a knee.